Hello, this is Leanne with Paper Heart Scissors, and I am here with the February Simon Says Stamp card kit video where I did 6 easy to do cards for you this time. Here's some of the supplies, the cute stamps. They had some really pretty ombre stickers and a really great little die with not only the insides of those hearts, but the little outlines. So that's really neat. You get actually 2 for 1 with that. And I love the papers. There were some very sweet, beautiful papers, and there was also some really graphic ones. So I decided to do 3 very graphic, easy to do cards that are red and white and black, and then also 3 that are in kind of the pink and gray color palette and that use that ombre, those ombre stickers and the beautiful ombre piece of paper that comes in the kit. And then these are those 3-dimensional stickers and some cute little sequins. So I was having a hard time deciding what I was going to do, so I did what I usually do, which is I got some of the papers out and just started making some pieces and getting ideas along the theme of, doing something pretty simple and also using a lot of the stickers and that. So there's a red and white shaker card. There is this cutout that I'm going to use some stickers on. And then I'm also going to use one of these little tags and attach it to that little red heart with some thread. So you could do that with the other pieces in here. You could make a bunch of tags and just a bunch of red hearts and make some very simple cards. I did use a red heart die that I had in my stash, and any shape or size of heart, or literally if you don't have that, just fold a piece of paper in half and cut a heart out and use that. Super simple. So I used the opposite, the negative of that red heart. I cut it out of the front of a card, and then I used the white heart that I cut out of the front of the 2B white shaker card there with the black stripes for the interior of the red card with the heart cut out. So in this card, the surprise is really on the inside. The sentiment is inside, and all you see from the outside is that XO and that heart. So in putting this one together, you watched me stick some of the stickers on from the outside, and then I'm just lining up where that heart will be glued down on the inside, and I'm not dimensionalizing it or anything. This one's going to go through the mail, and so it needs to be pretty simple. I am lining it up with the center of the other heart, though, so that I can just be sure that I'm placing it down, and I just put the adhesive on and just let it kind of sit there before I made sure that it was centered. And then I did get the other set of stamps from Simon Says Stamp, and I love that little "You Have My Heart" sentiment, and I'm going to use that on the inside again. I did dimensionalize that with one piece of foam, and I'm going to add some little Hero Arts black enamel dots, and then this card is actually complete. I'm going to stick those on, and I'll put one more. And then let's move on to the next one. I put foam on the back of that red heart and wrap the twine through it. And the foam actually holds it down. You'll see that on in another example. In the back, I'll show you the actual putting the foam down, but I tried not to make this too long, so I did take out some things. So tie that off. And then I just attached that little, I put a piece of foam on the back of the tag so it'll hold it exactly where I want it to go. And then I added that little enamel sticker there as well to the heart. And I really love this one. I also stamped on the inside, "You Have My Heart," and added another little red heart. So this is the shaker card. I cut out a bunch of little hearts from a Simon Says Stamp multi-heart, I think it's called tic-tac-toe hearts. And I made a bunch of little red hearts and white hearts to use on some other cards. And I thought it would be really great to do something really graphic. I'm going to put a piece of fun foam for my shaker card there. And I cut that out. And I drew the heart onto the striped paper so that I could actually place some of these little red hearts that I put red stickles on and have them stay in place. So that even when the other ones are shaking around, some of them are stationary, and I kind of like that because sometimes you want them not to all fall to the bottom of the card. You want some to stay up in your window, so I cheat and I glue some on. And I really like the effect of that. It looks very dynamic and they can shake around. I added some of the little red glitter hearts, the little red sequin hearts that came with the kit to that. And then I'm going to use glossy accents actually to glue this to that piece of foam that is glued to the card front with the acetate in between. I think it works really well. I will tell you that also this was purposeful. I wanted that little black stripe of the pattern paper to poke out at the bottom of the white card front. So I actually trimmed the card front a little bit shorter so that I could get that effect. And it's really nice. I like that little black stripe along the line. In the set, there's that really kind of outlined love. And I'm going to stamp that, and I'm going to use black Onyx Buck VersaFine ink. And then I'm going to let it dry for a few minutes because that's somewhat pigment ink. And then I'm going to take the Ranger enamel black accents and I'm going to fill the word love in with that enamel black. And it's really cool. It looks, you know, almost like the stickers that came with the kit, except that you can do it on any type that you can fill in. And this is really easy to do because it's kind of fat and round. So it was made for this basically. I think the word friend is in that as well, and that's another fun one you can do that with. So that is the finished shaker card, and you can see how some of the glitter hearts stay stationary. So this is the other shaker card. We're moving into the pink and gray cards now, and I cut out a top layer with a little scallop die from Simon Says Stamp as well, and then cut out a heart from the front, and I'm going to attach my acetate to that, and then and I'm going to use glossy accents. I'm finding that I really like glossy accents to attach acetate and foam to cardstock. It's really secure, and it does a really great job of gluing plastic or, you know, foam, which is technically plastic too, to cardstock. And it gives you a few minutes. You know, you can use Ranger Multimedia Matte as well. But I just have been liking the glossy accent seeds to dry just as fast and maybe hold a little harder. So I'm putting the foam on the back here to create the shaker card. I didn't cut a fun foam window for this one. And I will tell you a tip. To really make it easy to get the foam to go in those curved shapes, take the paper off and then put it around, and it is so easy and simple. So take the paper off and then you can literally curve it around, like you can see that it's curved around the top of my heart. And then I took some rose gold stickles and I filled in that heart that's going to sit inside the window as well with those really cute confetti sequined hearts that came with the kit with the other sequins. And there's the card, and you can see it shine. I will tell you, I went back and I added another layer of foam to this card to get it to really shake. So it depends on how static you want things to be. If you want them to move around a lot, you have to add more foam. So this card, you can see I used that tic-tac-toe die here. And I wanted to use the ombre piece of paper with the ombre stickers. And I love the idea that behind the hearts would be that ombre without me having to actually ink up the paper and do a blend. And then I put the stickers on. I used my T-ruler to position the sticker so I knew it would be really straight. And then I actually popped the big sticker up with a piece of foam. So I didn't press it down until the very end. You can see I pulled it back up and then I re-stuck it down so that it would be raised from the other two stickers. And then applied the adhesive to the inside so I could kind of position and then place my hearts on that piece of paper where I wanted them to go. I knew I wanted the dark part at the top, and it's really lovely. And then I trimmed those sides out on my paper trimmer. And then I took Wink of Stella and I filled in the little hearts and gave them that little bit of shimmer. It really makes all the difference. And I thought that I was done actually, but after doing this and looking at it, I liked it, but I felt like it just needed a little something else. And besides sequins, which would be a good idea, I decided to actually do a little ink blending and use that lovely little heart die and cut out a bunch of hearts. I used Teeny Bikini and Hollyhock and Hot Mama. And I made the hearts and I cut them out, and I really was pretty happy with that. I did still add sequins. I moved them around a little bit before I went ahead and glued them down permanently. And then I decided to add some sequins as well, and those are Pretty Pink Posh, clear 4mm sequins, I think. I will have to check, and I can list the supplies below the video for you all. I will also show the other dies that I use to kind of work through these kits. And that is the final card with the ombre look. And then this is the last card, and I really love that little paper with all those little hearts stamped in a different color. Again, I cut the top sheet with the scallop die, and I put all of the little hearts from the kit on blocks, and I have, again, the Twirling Tutu, the Teeny Bikini, the Hollyhock, and the Mint Candy Simon Says Stamp ink that match the paper perfectly. I can't believe it. And I'm going to do a little stamp collage here so that I can use that Hello Beautiful stamp over it and make this a little panel to put my greeting on. So I'm obviously going with odds for most of these. I want odd numbers and want to make sure that I let the eye travel around when I do these. You just feel free. You can do whatever kind of collage you want with the stamps and just keep filling them in until it feels good to you. I did leave the center somewhat open so that that sentiment would kind of pop off the white. But you know, be creative. It's nothing to kind of worry about. Just go around the edges till it's pleasing to you. And that's my finished card. And then I took that big Hello Beautiful, and I'm back with the VersaFine, the Onyx Block VersaFine. And I'm going to stamp that directly in the center. And then I'm also going to use those arrow stamps. I felt like, oh, you know, it's just a little bit naked, and I really wanted to pick up that black and make the black pop off. So I'm looking at it, and well, what else should I do to it? So I actually added an arrow on the top and the bottom, kind of framing that sentiment, which I really like. I think that turned out really well. I love the little hand-drawn arrow, and it looks like they're almost going into the hearts, and I just flipped it the opposite directions as well. So it's really sweet. And then I cut out a piece of black cardstock that was also in the kit, and I just wanted to kind of add an additional layer and make that kind of pop up off the paper without hiding that pretty pattern paper too much. So I did it at a funny little angle, which I like. It's a little wonky, and draws your eye into the center. And I did not raise this either because I did put one layer of very low foam on it. And here's the trick I was showing you with the twine. If you do your twine at the same point that you put any foam in the back, you will be able to secure the twine with the foam, which is great. So if you tie your bow, get it exactly the way that you kind of want it on the front, or roughly, and then when you turn it over, you remove the backing, and you can stick your twine or your ribbon or your baker's twine, this is baker's twine, wherever you want. So I added that and I kind of got that all positioned, and then when you press it down it just holds it in place for you, which is really nice. You can also press it down before you tie the bow if that helps you tie the bow. For me, I want to be able to arrange it a little bit more than that. And then again, for the last, I added some Hero Arts little black gems to just give it a last little final touch. I hope you enjoyed the cards and got inspired. You can visit me and see more cards on my blog at paperheartscissors.com. Let YouTube know you liked the video and have a great Valentine's Day. See you all soon. Bye-bye.